Aloha everyone, my name is Sara Fox with the Sara Fox Real Estate Team on the beautiful island of Maui. Today I am here with Dan Bardenhagen of North Point Home Loans to get some questions answered on how to get a mortgage to buy vacant land and utilize a construction loan to build on Maui. Dan is one of the top lenders on Maui and recently just renovated a gorgeous home in Maui Meadows with his own office called the Mortgage Resort. Dan, thank you so much for being here with me today.
Well, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Before we jump in, I always like to use real examples. So I would like you to imagine yourself owning Kula Lot 16. Which is a breathtaking oasis on 5.88 acres nestled on the slopes of Haleakala with panoramic ocean views. Here, you can build a main house, an ohana, and a pool with a waterfall feature. This property has private water along with underground utilities. So Dan, if I wanted to buy Lot 16 for 1.5, how do I get a mortgage? What do I do?
Yeah, the first thing that you start with is acquiring the land with a land loan. So in this scenario, we have land loans up to $1 million.
$1 million. Okay, so Kula Lot 16 is 1.5. So I got to come up with 500,000. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And then what amount if I find vacant land for 600,000? How much down payment would I need?
We have programs with as low as 20% down.
20% down. Okay, so we're at 120,000 down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so back to Kula. So how much do I have to have in my reserve funds? What does my FICO score, credit score need to be to get vacant land?
That can be flexible.
Flexible,
so,
okay.
Yeah, we have different programs that will allow you to have a lower credit score. Typically, those are 2-year or 3-year ARM loans. So a loan that's fixed for 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
That gives you enough time to the necessary next steps, which we'll talk about in order to get your construction loan started. We'll talk about that.
Okay, so really acquiring land, having enough down payment. I need a good credit score to buy property, but I don't have to do anything special, right? I just acquiring the land and making sure I have the down payment.
Land loan's pretty easy. Yeah, make sure you have the down payment that would qualify you. Make sure you can handle the payments and get that loan closed. Then you own the land. That's the first step.
Okay, so going back to what you said, so the 2 to 3 year ARM loan, that's just on the land. So that $1 million that I borrowed.
Yes, correct.
Okay, and then when do I need to notify you, the lender, that I'm going to need money to build my dream house?
Yeah, so typically you're owning the land right now, and you're going to meet with a architect and a draftsman to get to build the house of your dreams, right?
Okay.
To get the plans. Once you have the plans, you can apply for your permits.
Okay.
Meet with a contractor, see which contractor you want to have build your home.
Okay.
Contractor has to go through an approval process. Depending on which investor we use for this loan, the approval process can be different, but they just have to, have built homes and checked out. So we know that you're working with a reputable contractor.
Okay. And so if I'm going through you for this construction loan, do you already have vendors for the architect, the draftsman, and the construction?
No. Sometimes, great question. Normally either the contractor, you could work with the contractor. Sometimes they have a one-stop, all-in-one process. Or in my case, I found my own architect through friends. Then I found my own draftsman, and then I went and found a contractor. So people do it different ways.
Okay, sounds good. So we've got the land, 2 to 3 years. We're now working on the architect. We're getting our people. So are we finding all those people after we close on the land?
Yes.
Okay, so we already closed on the land. I informed you at some point I'm also going to need money to get this construction loan. How long does it take to get all those permits? So I'm finding my crew of people. Then how long do I have in this construction loan? And then how does the construction loan work?
Yeah, so to get permits in Maui County, that's a great question. I mean, it can take 6 months to a year.
6 months to a year, okay.
It's longer than other counties is what we're seeing. Hopefully they're getting faster I know they just converted over to an electronic system. So hopefully that makes it faster.
Okay, yes, hopefully it's getting faster.
Yeah. So you've gotten your plans, your permits, your contractor. We've gotten the contractor approved. We are ready to submit your construction loan to an underwriter. Okay. And that should take about 45 days to close.
Okay. Now, I already put $500,000 down on this land. do you guys need even more money to get this construction loan?
Possibly not. It just depends on the final value of the land plus the construction costs. So now the land may have equity in it. It may take you a year to get your permits. Equity could have gone up. We can use that equity for part of the down payment requirements.
Okay.
Depending on how large of a loan that you need. Typically, construction loans are going up to $2 million max.
Okay. So, okay. That's a nice house, right? So now we're in at 3.5.
3.5. Yes, and you put $500,000 down. With appreciation, we're going to look at that final value, and then we're going to determine the loan to value, see if you need to put more down or not.
Got it. Okay. Okay, awesome. And then, so we've got 18 months for the construction loan. So say everything goes perfect. I mean, is there anything else that I need to do?
You just want to have that conversation with your contractor to make sure, hey, I'm closing on this. I mean, this is, when you're interviewing your contractors, can you get materials to Maui? Can you close in 18 months? Can you do it with confidence? That's a big part of it because the extensions aren't guaranteed or they can be costly. So you don't want to run into that extension period. You want to be done in 18 months.
Okay, sounds good.
So it would be, now we own the land, got our plans, our permits, our contractor. We've gotten approved for the construction loan. We've closed the construction loan. We have 18 months to build. What happens after the 18 months?
Yeah, and I still have that 2 to 3 year land loan that's going to expire now too.
No, that land loan got paid off when you did the construction loan.
Okay, that's great to know.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So that got paid off with the construction loan. During the 18 months, we are going to, the builder, during the closing of the construction loan is going to give you a draw schedule. Like when he's going to order materials, how he's going to phase out the house. And that could be 5 draws, 10 draws. Get that draw schedule approved during the construction loan process. So as the builder finishes those phases, we disperse the money to them so they can start the next phase.
Okay, so the contractor gives you that schedule of how much money he's going to need for everything.
Yeah, and that's got to meet the bank's requirements. There's some requirements to it that we help the contractor with and work closely with them to make sure we're on the same page.
Okay, good.
Then at the end of the construction, your house is built. During the time when you close that construction loan, you either chose to do a construction to permanent. That means one loan closing, you're done. At the end of the 18 months, it's going to roll into a fixed rate product.
Like a 30-year mortgage.
Like a 30-year mortgage.
Well, this doesn't seem so scary. I mean, especially when you are working with 2 experts in this field that can help you. So I would like you all to consider Kula EO Lot 16 and working with Dan Bardenhagen as your lender and myself, Sara Fox, as your realtor. Thank you so much for watching this. And if we can help you with anything, please give me a call today at 808-859-2086. And aloha.
Aloha.